I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you are one of my regular visitors here. And if you are new here, then a very big welcome to you. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe. So here we go with today's short heads up video. And the subject for today, the 30th of June 2023, is about my wonderful big boy, Neptune, our planet of confusion, illusion, delusion, of deception, of overwhelm, over everything, of no boundaries, of mystery, of psychic feelings, of our psyche and our soul. So very sensitive, this planet, and easy to be misled by the energies of Neptune. So Neptune is in the sign it rules, which is Pisces. And Neptune is going retrograde today in Pisces. So it will move from 27 degrees back as far as 24 degrees. In case you are, you have planets at those points, that will be significant for you to know how they are moving back and forth over your Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, etc. And it turns retrograde until the 6th of December, and then it goes direct again. So let's just have a look at the event chart and see what we can pick up about what we can expect from the energy of Neptune retrograde. Because the event chart gives us a point in time. It shows us how things can unfold over the next few weeks and months. So let's have a look. Well, we have an interesting chart. It has Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is conjunct the ascendant of this chart. And of course, because Pluto is at what's called the anaretic degree of Capricorn, it really is here just clearing up the mess. It's absolutely determined to sort things out. And if it doesn't get things done by the end of January, when it moves back into Aquarius, it will then return to Capricorn, which it does, to do any final tweaking that has been left undone. But what about Neptune? Neptune in this chart is in the second house of finance. So I suspect that with the kind of financial system, with the world economy and with the markets, we are going to see some unwanted kind of irregularities again. I think we are going to see some kind of volatility. I'm just looking for where Uranus is, and Uranus is in the third house of communications. So it's not actually making any aspect to Neptune, but there's disruption. There is definitely a sense of disruption. Neptune, I think, is going to make things unclear with how the financial system is going to unfold, because if things are being deconstructed in various parts of the world, and when I'm recording this on the 24th of June, I don't know what will be going on in the world by the 30th, or what will be going on in the world over the next 4 months. Yes, I'm an astrologer. Yes, we predict the weather forecast, the cosmic weather forecast, but they are about energies which suggest positive, negative, they incline, they suggest, and it's up to us on the planet as to how we kind of work with all that energy. So let's just have a think about that, because with a lot of these planets retrograde now. We have, as I say, both Pluto, Neptune and Saturn. And Saturn, of course, is also in Pisces. But this Neptune in the second house is concerning me that there will be things going on in the world that are going to cause real instability again in the financial sector. And so on a personal level, I think we still have to really tighten our belts and be mindful of what we spend out on, which of course doesn't actually sadly help the economy, because what money markets want and what stock market want is for us to spend, because that makes a more buoyant economic climate. So, you know, it sort of swings and roundabouts. We win, we lose with some and lose with the others. So also in this second house, we have Chiron in Aries. And this suggests to me that we are paying the price of things that we have not addressed well over the past months and years. And so there is always a price to pay. The North Node in Taurus is also here. And of course, Taurus is about finance. And the North Node is about our collective destiny. And the node, of course, is very soon in July, in about a month's time, going to slip back into the sign of Aries, into a proactive initiating sign. So I do think that July is going to see somebody taking hold of the proverbial reins and giving some direction to how things go, because this chart feels a little bit as if we've disturbed an ant's nest and they're all running around and they don't really know where they're going and they can't remember where they belong. Excuse me. And so there's just kind of chaos. So I think we might, with this Neptune retrograde, see a temporary state of chaos. Now, I'm not suggesting it happens on the 30th. This is a heads up of what can unfold over the next few months, depending on what's going on in the world in general. What we have to look at is what the moon's doing, because the moon will tell us a lot, because the moon is a 28-day kind of timetable for all of us, because it's going round the Earth 28 in a 28-day cycle. So we go through each of the constellations. Now, interestingly, retrograde Neptune is trining the moon in Sagittarius. So that is helpful. So I think because the moon is in Sagittarius, it's about optimism. It's about, listen, it may all be a little bit like all these ants running everywhere, not knowing which way to go, but be optimistic, because perhaps this is still just part of the deconstruction that Pluto is initiating again in Capricorn. So we have to be a little patient. And I just want to see what aspect Jupiter is doing. Well, Jupiter is sextiling both the Sun and Mercury. So that is giving us, because the Sun and Mercury are actually conjunct today. And so they are completely in harmony in looking at how we take care of things at home. Now, this can be for countries, how countries take care of things at home, because if the country is taking care of its financial system, then that in turn helps the people, and then us as individuals in families can learn and work on how to take care of our families and ourselves. But we've also got to look at Mars and Venus, because Mars and Venus are still conjunct in Leo. And I've talked a lot about them in some of my other videos, So I'm not going to go into it in depth today, but just to remind you again that Uranus, our planet of the unexpected, our planet of surprise and shocks, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, it may be that it can feel a little bit as if we're going through a bit of a volcanic eruption again. And just when we thought it was safe to come out, there's some kind of disruption that is happening on the planet that is shaking us again. And so this energy is just there. And because, and I said this, I think, in my video yesterday, because both Mars and Venus are in Leo, I do feel there is something about a world leader or world leaders that are not helping the situation. Someone needs to go. Someone needs to step down. That Capricorn full moon on Monday the 3rd really needs somebody to go. That's what I want to say about this. And I think by the time Neptune goes direct at the in the beginning of December, we're going to see quite a different landscape or seascape. Okay, thank you so much for joining me for this short heads up video. Please remember, as always, to like, comment and subscribe. And remember to check out my website and subscribe to the newsletter. And we either already, by the time this comes out, we will soon have some products available for you to purchase to help you understand your own natal chart. So that's super exciting. And in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.